guys, real quick note, but what you're gonna see in most of my videos from now on is that I'm always gonna do a practice run before I actually make my video, and my practice run is always gonna look a lot better, or to some degree better than my drawing I'll make during the video, and that's because in my practice video I have a lot more room and space, where when I film the video and I do my second one, I have like a stack of books in front of me, or just something like that, and it makes it a little harder to draw. As you can see, my practice is my videos, my final product of the video. But I'm saying this because like I don't want you to feel bad. Um, it's just because this I had a lot more time to, and just like a lot more freedom to like I would be making a video like here and this would be like a stack of books, so it's a lot harder to do this. So just want you know I'm not a new kind of video, but sometimes I am. So I just want to say that real quick and enjoy the video. What's up guys, I'm the Artist here, and today we are going to be making Glalie. Glalie is from Pokemon, he's from Generation 4, and Sinnoh, and let's get started. First you want to make a circle just about the size of your fist, and in the video I make a circle a little bigger than my fist, but that's alright. So I'm going to start making the circle, and you're going to notice that the circle is really bad. There's a lot of corners, and it's not as smooth as I wanted it to be, but I'll fix that. I'll fix that in this part. But you don't have to worry about a perfect circle. In some cases, it's actually better to make like a more I guess not round like circle, because there's just a template right now, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. But I just finished the circle, and now we're going to be working on the horns. So again, we're just going to make an example of the horns. We don't have to worry about it too much, and we're just going to start making horns. First of all, the top right one, and you don't want to make it too big, and you also don't want to make one bigger than the other, because then it's just going to look weird, and it might even mess up the project a little bit. But it's an easy fix, don't worry about it too much. And again, it is just an example. It is just a bit of a guideline, and you're gonna see that I didn't make any guidelines for the eyes or like the mouth. If you don't feel comfortable without those guidelines, feel free to add them in. I forgot about it, and I didn't also, I feel like I just didn't need it. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, so they're about even. I might fix them a little bit. But next we're gonna be working on the eyes. And something to know about Glalie is that all of his features, his eyes, his mouth, his even obviously his indents, they all indented into one big rock. So every like you're gonna see like those hooks. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make these a little bigger, but like these are like little hooks, and they're kind of like making it have like an indentation look. So it's definitely a good idea to add those in. So just make sure you want to add those in, because I think those make the drawing look a lot better. And the right eye is gonna look a lot different from the right left. I can't talk. It's gonna look a lot different from the left. For starters, it already has like a different structure. It's kind of like a rotated left one, and I'm gonna make the big the big portion of the eye first, and it's kind of like half of a trapezoid, but not like a sharp trapezoid, just rounded. And as you can see, I guess you can kind of see it, or like a rounded triangle, and then just add that little curve as a symbol of like that's like his eye kind of reaching the limit, I guess you could say. And also kind of when you if you want to see this later, that's like a little indicator of it. But next we're going to be working on the mouth, and the mouth again indentation. So the top half is going to be like a big line, kind of like an eye sideways, and or like upside down, I guess. And then you kind of it didn't really demonstrate it as good, but you want to put the bottom half of the mouth inside the curves, and you might want to redefine those if they look like this, because they don't look the best. and make a sort of U shape, a wide U shape, and then put some straight lines for the I guess the spacing in the teeth, and that's how it looks so far. This is how the overall drawing looks so far. It's not looking too bad. If yours looks like something like this, then you're on the right track. And it doesn't have to be perfect so far, but it is going well if you have something like this. But next we're going to be drawing the indentation on his forehead, and this is like one of his main features, or like his kind of signature thing. So you just want to make like another indentation hook, sort of curved line, and then put another line inside it. So it's kind of like the left eye, but the opposite, but like flipped over. And now we're gonna make his little indentations on the cheeks. And Glalie is a very simple Pokemon, but just thinking about that isn't really gonna make him a good drawing. So just make sure like a Pokemon always has more to it than what it started to look like at first glance. But now we're gonna make him look a lot better, and this just by making some curves and just not making him a circle. Like he's not just a circle. As I said, he looks really simple, but he's not. He says essentially a circle with horns and eyes and a face, but he is a lot more. And underestimating how he looks at first glance is probably a big mistake. It can be a mistake. But right now I'm just going around making some indentations, and I'll stop if there's anything important. So I just stopped the fast forwarding because this is like indentations on the side of his face. I really don't know how to explain these because I don't know what they are. I can only explain them as indentations, as I've been using this word throughout the entire video, pretty much. But they're just little, I guess you could say, oh my god, indentations or parts of his face that are going to be colored on the side. So if you want, I think you should. These are really important because I've looked on Google. I've seen pictures of Glalie, and this is everywhere. And I guess they're like more like I guess they're smaller cheek parts. But there's going to be another one at the bottom of his, at the like middle, like right under his mouth. So I'll just keep going from there, and I'm making bigger curves right now because I just think that little ones, while they are very detailed, they aren't going to fill up the body as much, and it's going to get a lot harder to fill it up. So I'll continue with the fast forwarding, right? So now we're going to be using the horn that we drew in the beginning to actually make that horn. Just use it as a guideline. So first, the horn goes in from both sides in a curve, and then up. I guess you could like just as like arrowheads or points. So now that that part is done, it's like kind of submerged into the head. We're gonna make the actual horn. So this is gonna be sharper than the one that we already made because that was just a guideline, and now we're making the actual thing. So if you want to ink this with like pink, I mean with pen, then make sure to just do this one right now, then the other one. And he has like these scratches on his horns, and they're kind of like shining. Leave a comment below if you know what I'm talking about. But like these little, I guess, scratches or like points in his horns, and I don't think it's it's too important or it's too crucial if you leave it in or not. But I really do recommend putting those in because they do look really nice. And I probably put a caption in, but basically I made Glaylie's head or circle body go through the horn instead of just stopping it, because this is like behind him right now. So just do the same thing as the left. I don't know why I put this line here. I think this was this was meant to be like some ice frosting onto his horn, but I didn't really catch that. So, and I'm just showing more of the scratches. You don't have to put that little line in the corner. That's not necessary. But now we're going to be doing the eyes. Yes, we're going to continue on the eyes and make his pupils. And so we're just going to make the first part of the eye, the first inner layer. So I'm just going to put those curved lines, and let's start with the light. Basically, you want to put a really thin oval, a really small thin oval, and color in the bottom piece of it, and make sure you leave a tiny, like about that much. I guess you could say like just have like a little tiny bit of white, as much you can put as much as white as you want, but I can recommend putting a tiny bit of white because that makes him look more menacing. And as you can see, I'm really having trouble with this left eye because I'm making it too big, and big eyes on a Pokemon like Glalie, that doesn't really fit because Glalie is supposed to be a very menacing Pokemon. He's not supposed to be like a cute Pokemon. If you want to use like do Pikachu or Jigglypuff, go ahead with some big eyes. But right now we're doing Glalie, and Glalie has very small eyes because that makes him very, very menacing. And I finally got the left eye as good as I could probably get. I'm just gonna erase a little bit just so I could make it look as thin as I can. And yeah, so I'm happy with both eyes, and so far this is what we have. And now I'm gonna start shading. So like I was saying before, the indentations. If you use the indentation curves as like a way to shade, and basically when you're doing this, don't go past the hooks, or else it's gonna look weird, and the shading isn't gonna be appropriate, and it's gonna look weird to you. And if you're self-conscious like me sometimes, you may not, you may really think that you did something wrong, but you really didn't. You just made a tiny mistake. That's okay. This is more of the optional parts. If you don't think this is like appropriate or you don't like it, then completely optional. You don't have to do this. And I'm going into the mouth. If you are doing this, maybe you wanna make the hooks a little bigger, or else it's gonna be a lot harder to shade. Like the mouth was especially hard. I mean, it didn't look hard, but it doesn't seem too light. So if you want, you can kind of bring out the hooks a little bit more. It won't really change it too much. It'll just give you more space to shade. And that's about it for the shading. There's actually one more piece, which is the forehead. So let's start doing the forehead. Essentially the same thing again. Just shade that, and again, like my mouth and my forehead, they're not brought out too much, so they're not gonna look like they've been they're not it's not gonna be as easy to shade them, or they're not gonna have as much space to shade. So if you want to bring those out, that's completely possible. And I was just in the middle of inking my drawing, which is basically going over it with pen. And I noticed that in my practice drawing, I did the same type. I did like an angle, and I forgot to put his second cheek attached to his outside body. So hopefully you haven't inked yet, and if you haven't, it's a quick fix. Just make it again. Just make the whole thing. It won't look too bad, and because it wouldn't look too bad. Basically, is the moral. So I shaded everything now. It's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. Hopefully you're happy with yours. And I just thought this fit. I'm gonna add a little one of those like angry sort of symbols that are used in anime, something like that. So basically, it's just four L's positioned differently, kind of like opposite to each other, just making a little cross in the middle area. And I'm gonna start coloring. So I just finished coloring, and I'm really happy with it so far. It looks really good, and this is the final product. And hopefully yours looks really good. Again, this one isn't as good. This one exactly isn't as good because I was filming with like a book, a stack of books in front of me, a camera. I needed to make sure you guys saw it, so it was a lot harder to draw. But hopefully yours came out really, really well, because that's really great. And I'm gonna show you a practice one, but I'm just kind of showing you that with Glalie, he is a very simple Pokemon. He looks like a very simple Pokemon, but he has so much more to him, and he hopefully if you took the time to watch him today and watch me make him, then you really learned a lot. And this is what yours could potentially look like. I love this one so much. It's like my favorite. And yeah, that's it. I've been Undusty Artist. Goodbye, my artistic colonists. That's what I'm gonna be calling you guys from now on. Hopefully you like that. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Join my channel for more videos every Friday and possibly every other Monday. Possibly. I'll try. I want to make a speed drive every other Monday. But I've been Undusty Artist, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.